Hey y'all, thanks for joining me again. It's week 2 of our Confident Heart online Bible study, and I am coming to you from one of my favorite places, and that is the outdoors. I just love sitting outside, even listening to the bugs, the birds, and all the noises, but also just really looking around and seeing how beautiful God has made this world for us to enjoy. And I love to come out here with my Bible and my Bible study. How about you? Where do you like to do Bible study? Sometimes it's good just to change it up. And this week, that's exactly what we're doing. We're changing it up. I led you through the study last week, and this week, oh my goodness, we're just so blessed to have such gifted leaders and teachers here at Proverbs 31 Ministries. And this week, Stephanie Clayton will be leading you through chapter 3, Finding Love That Won't Fail, Even When I Do. So I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie now. I know it's going to be a great week, and I'm really looking forward to it. Here's Stephanie.
Hey y'all, well I am so excited to be doing chapter 3 of online Bible study with y'all, and the title of this chapter is Finding a Love That Won't Fail Even When I Do. And I love this chapter because I don't know about you, but I experience a lot of failure in my life. I experience failure as a mom just about every day, because there's times when I do things that I think, that wasn't really a good parenting thing to do, or even with my husband, like I feel sometimes like I'm not the best wife that I could be at work. Especially lately, we've been really busy, and so I've been dropping the ball on some things that probably shouldn't be dropped, and so I've even felt like a failure at my job sometimes. And so this week, that's why I'm so excited about this, because God's love never fails, even when we do. And I really want us to spend time focusing on this week that even when we fail, that we can find God's love in the midst of our failure, and that we don't have to focus on our failure, but that we can focus on finding God's love in the midst of that failure. And so there's a Bible story I want to share with you, and it's a Bible story that you probably all know. It's the one about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and it can be found in Daniel chapter 3. And so if you don't know the background of the story, what's happening is King Nebuchadnezzar has built this idol that he wants everyone to bow down and worship. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are like, I don't think so. We only worship our God. And so Nebuchadnezzar lets them know that if they don't bow down to this idol, to this image, that he's going to cast them into the fiery furnace, and they're going to be burned up. And so that's a pretty scary thing, but Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are kind of up for the challenge, and they say, you know what, this is what they say. They reply to the king, and this is in Daniel 3 verse 16. O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to save us from it, and he will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold that you have set up. And I love this because it's like, they know that they might be rescued, that God might rescue them in the middle of that furnace and they might not burn up. Or that, some bad things might happen, but they don't care because they know that God has the best in mind for them no matter what. And so they're like, you know what, even if he doesn't rescue us from this, we're still not going to bow down to you. And I want us to really think about this week. We get thrown in the furnace sometimes with our circumstances, and we fail sometimes, but do we trust God even in the midst of that, even when we don't understand his response to our prayers or to our situations? And so, we look a little bit down a little bit more, and Nebuchadnezzar's looking into the fire after he's thrown him into the fiery furnace, and this is what Nebuchadnezzar says, and this is Daniel 3 verse 25. He said, "Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed. And the 4th looks like a son of the gods." So Jesus got in the fire with them, and not only did he keep them from harm, but he unbound them. And that's one word in this verse I really want us to focus on, is that they were unbound, not only unharmed, but unbound. And I want us to live unbound by our failures. I want us to live unbound by our circumstances, and to trust a God whose love never fails, even when our love fails. And that takes us right to our verse of the week. And our verse of this week week is from Psalm 36, and it's Psalm 36:7, and it says, "How priceless is your unfailing love. Both high and low among men find refuge in the shadow of your wings." Both high men and women, the people we respect, and low men, the people that we might even see as beneath us. Everybody has to find refuge in the shelter of God's wings, because none of us are perfect, and all of us are going to experience failure. But God's love is perfect even when we fail, and His love will never fail us. And so our hashtag for this week is #priceless, because God's love is priceless. We can't earn it. It can't be bought. It can't be given away. It can't be lost. It's priceless, and we have it as sons and daughters of God, no matter what. No matter what our circumstances are, no matter whether we succeed or whether we fail. The true measure of whether we succeed or whether we fail is whether we find God in the midst of our circumstances and our trials, because that's the true success or failure. It's not whether we complete the task or things happen the way we want them to happen. It's whether we choose to find God and His unfailing love in the midst of it all. And I hope y'all have a great week. Let's remember in everything we do that His love is priceless, and let's choose to find His unfailing love in all of our circumstances, our successes, and even our failures. All right, see y'all soon. I know we're going to have a great week together. Bye.
Thank you, Stephanie. It looks like we are going to have a great week 2 of a Confident Heart online Bible study.
You